It's become a familiar feature of the Russian winter. Snow, decorated trees, and a gas row with Ukraine. Only now this heated debate has made Europeans shiver quite literally. As a dozen countries declared a steep decline in gas deliveries from Russia, Kyiv and Moscow proceeded with a familiar ritual of finger-pointing.
Today, on January 7th, at 7:45 a.m., without warning to the Ukrainian side, the Russian side closed down the last remaining transfer point of Russian gas to Ukraine, therefore halting the export of Russian gas to Europe.
The announcement caught Gazprom executives far from their headquarters. Having learned from the previous spats with Ukraine that gas meters are not always accurate in measuring public opinion, Gazprom embarked on a proactive PR campaign. But so far, its top managers seem to be one step behind their Ukrainian colleagues. When international media had already spread the Ukrainian version of events, Gazprom CEO finally made his move.
It's necessary to stop delivering gas to the Russia-Ukraine border, since transit of Russian gas through Ukraine has been fully stopped and Ukraine is stealing Russian gas.
Well, I agree with your proposal. It should be done as publicly as possible and with international observers present.
Late it may be, but Russia spared no means to put its message across. Knowing that the Europeans are more likely to believe one of their own, the Kremlin has even enlisted the help of an old friend. Former German Chancellor Gerhard Schröder is now in charge of building the Nord Stream pipeline, Russia's main answer to the gas rows with Ukraine.
The Russian position rests on the premise that European consumers shouldn't suffer from disagreements between business partners. In this respect, the Nord Stream pipeline will be part of the trans-European gas system, and all the EU members, I want to stress it, all the EU members have already given their approval to this project.
With the European Union now being an unwilling intermediary in the dispute, both Moscow and Kyiv are looking to Brussels for a compromise.
Очень по-разному.
Both countries want the participation of Europe, but in a different way. Russia has always wanted independent observers and transparency, while Ukraine has always wanted to politicize the situation.
Meanwhile, as Arctic air continued tightening its grip on Europe, the parties to this row found they have at least one thing in common.
It's pretty cold here in Moscow, but quite bearable compared to some European capitals, where temperatures plunge to as low as minus 30 degrees Celsius. And while this cold snap comes, not surprisingly, from Siberia, Russia is also ready to provide the means to weather it out, as long as it doesn't get lost somewhere along the way. Oksana Boyko, RT, Moscow.